Okay, let's talk about the authorized user method, how it works and how it can work for you. Okay, so number one, an authorized user is a situation where you add someone or you are added to someone's credit card. Okay, why is this powerful? Because if you add or if you are added to someone credit card who has a long history, let's say it's an aged card, they've had the card for 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, 5 years, you're going to inherit that payment history. Okay, you're going to also inherit the age of the account. So that's the 4 or 5, I mean, that's the 5 years. That's when they open it. So let's say if they open the account 10 years ago, now you're going to have a 10-year history on your credit report just by someone adding you to their credit card. But I have to go over the do's and the don'ts because there's a right and a wrong way to love somebody, right? That's what Keith Sweat taught us. Well, there is a right and a wrong, a right. There is a right and a wrong way to add this. You want to show some love. You don't want to be in a bad situation. So let's talk about number one. You only want to get added to a credit card that has over 1 year or the longer the better. So if someone just opened up a credit card 3 months ago, that's not enough history. That's not enough risk for you to place yourself on their card. Okay, it needs to be over a year, and really, to be honest, the longer the better. 5 years plus, that's when it starts getting really sweet. But if you don't have any type of credit whatsoever, if you have a relative, this is going to have to be someone who don't mind adding you to their card. Now, with this, it's some safety in this, because all you have to tell them is, hey, you know what? Let's say it's a brother or a mother. If they don't understand what's going on, a dad, a father, a friend, a relative, what have you. Number one, all you want to tell this person is, hey, can you add me to your credit card as an authorized user? I don't need any card. You can get the credit card sent to your address. You can tear it up. I don't even want to know the number to the card. I don't want to know any information. I just need to give you my information so you can add me to your account. And then if they're still leery, you can say, well, just call a credit card company. They'll explain to you that, it's not giving me any type of authorization to take over your account or anything like that. And I don't even want to know the numbers. I don't want to know anything. I just want to give you my information. Can you add me, mom, dad, brother, uncle, aunt, friend? Can you do this for me? Okay, now that's half of the battle, getting them to do it. Another part of the battle is you want to make sure that this is a responsible individual, and you want to make sure that they have a large limit in comparison to their balance. Because if they are a person that's using this card and they're swiping it and their utilization becomes high, that means meaning that their balance become high compared to the amount of credit that they have, then that utilization is going to go against you. So most of the time I tell people, hey, do you have a card that you've had for a while, you don't hardly ever use it or whatever? Can you add me to that card? So most of these people, they're going to already have multiple cards. You want to get the longest card. When it comes to payment history, I'm saying long. I'm looking for another word though. You want to get the oldest card. That's what I want to say. You want to get the oldest card. Okay. Because that's going to give you the most payment history. You want to make sure that they have an excellent payment history. Why? With no lates, because all of this, you're going to inherit. They're good. But if they have any bad or negative, you're gonna inherit the negative. So you want to just make sure that they have excellent payment history on the card that you are getting added to, and you want to make sure that they have no future plans to use the credit card or where it's going to be maxed out. Like some people do renovations, they'll use their credit card or whatever. You just want to make sure they don't have any major purchases that they're going to be using for this card, because if they are, then that credit utilization is going to hurt you in the long run. And let's take a look at that. Let me show you what I mean by that. Okay, so if you look, see, this is why adding being added to someone's credit card is like it can boost your points by over 100 points in within, whenever it updates within 30 days or less. And the reason why is because, number one, look, you're getting their payment history. So remember, we're talking about, you're getting added to a card that this particular person has never been late on. That accounts for 35% of your FICO score. That means that if you have no credit whatsoever and you get added, you're going to get that payment history, which is huge. But also, guess what else you're going to get? Because it's a revolving account and it's a credit card, the 30% mix, guess what? You're going to get that, because if they have a low balance on a high limit, then that's going to boost you up. You're going to gain that portion. And then also, you're going to be adding to your new credit. You're going to be adding to your credit mix, because you probably don't even have a revolving account or any credit cards right now. And you're going to add to your length of credit history. So that's why adding and being added as an authorized user is the very first thing. Now, do this in tandem with everything else that you're doing. So in other words, you should be seeking someone out right now. I have someone in mind to do the AU while you go and add these other items. Don't get stuck calling around looking for an AU and 3 days go by and you haven't completed the other modules. Go ahead and, be adding the rest of the positives. And while you're doing that, be talking to someone about being added as a AU.